following program on Derana 24 is classified as PG-14+. It is intended for children ages 14 and older in the company of an adult. It may contain intensely suggestive dialogue, strong coarse language, intense sexual situations, or intense violence or political ideology. A parental control system is strictly advised.
Now, John Wick's story may have come to an end, but does that mean the entire underworld he belongs is gone too? Now, what else has been happening in the shadows, and could there be more to this universe than we ever realized? Now, just when we thought we had seen it all, new secrets begin to unfold. And going forward, Disney. Now, you can't keep Disney out of the spotlight, and when it comes to the big screen, its latest release, Snow White, hit theaters last week. Now, this was surrounded by plenty of buzz, but where does it land on our rundown tonight? Well, on that note, let's move on to the top box office. What do we have this week? New entrants, interesting comebacks, surprising holdovers? Time to find out all that, so let's kick off Showbiz tonight.
Live to tape from Studio 24. This is Showbiz Tonight. Here's your host, Vinuth Wanasuriya.
Hi, good evening and welcome to this week's episode of Showbiz Tonight. Well, a fine Saturday evening, relaxing on your couch with a cup of coffee. What would be a great addition to that? What else other than getting to know what are the top movies making waves in theaters right now and what's the hottest news around? Well, you're at the right place for that, and as always, we are all geared up to give you the hottest and latest updates coming right from Hollywood. Well, we have some exciting stuff lined up for you today, so let's get on with it. Now, to start things off, what is up with the world of movies? Now, lots of trailers recently, but not much to expect next month. But now from May to July, if you get the dates right, it's going to be a happening streak. But then again, there's always something to talk about when it comes to movies, and I'll start like this. Coco fans, prepare to go un poco loco. Are we heading back to the land of dead? Well, recent sources reveal that Coco 2 is in its early development stage. Now, Disney's CEO Bob Iger announced this at a recent shareholder meeting, and it seems like they are planning to release it in 2029. Yeah, not anytime soon, but there you go, it's happening. Now, cutting the animated updates there, big changes are happening in the world of espionage films as well. Now, with James Bond now at Amazon and Ethan Hawke gearing up for his final mission, Jason Bourne is also on the move. Now, the rights to the Bond franchise have left Universal, and a new studio is being sought to reboot the series. Now, Skydance, Apple and Netflix are among those it talks, but Universal could still reclaim the franchise if the deal is right. Now, between 2002 and 2016, I guess, the Bond films, led mostly by Matt Damon, grossed around $1.6 billion, and now the question remains, will Bond return to the big screen or find a new home on streaming? And most importantly, will Matt Damon be a part of it? Well, only time will tell. Alright, so many things, but we'll have to wait for long. But now it's time to discuss what's happening currently. Yes, it's time for the countdown. So who's at the top? Let's find out. At number 10, we have The Last Supper, which is the biblical drama about the last days of Jesus Christ. Now, the reception about this movie comes with a bit of mixed sentiment. Some appreciate its dramatic take on the final days of Jesus Christ, praising the performances and cinematography. However, some say the pacing is slow and that it doesn't bring much new to the well-known story. Well, as of the latest data, The Last Supper has earned around $5.3 million at the box office.
Yes, Peter. This place is barren and the hour grows late. Can I send the people to the village to find food?
These people do not need to leave, Peter.
But, they've been here since this morning and they're faint with hunger.
And then it is time to feed them.
Master, even if we pooled every coin we have, it would not be enough to provide for them all.
You believe that the answer to that hunger lies in silver, Judas?
I believe that no one's going to freely give bread to those who cannot pay.
What do we have, John?
Nothing.
2 fish. And 5 loaves. The boy has offered his food.
It's a kind gesture, but not a solution.
It's more than enough, young man.
Let faith be our wealth, Judas.
From number 8 to number 9 this week, Dog Man has no plans on leaving us. Now, loyal pets, I presume, and every week I tell that this is the final week for this movie. But every single following week, this movie proves me wrong, hanging on to the countdown. Now, I feel the movie's marketing really tapped into this huge fan base of Dog Man books, bringing in both long-time fans and new audiences through smart promotions. Now, all of this has helped Dog Man stay strong at the box office, racking up over $100 million worldwide.
Free kitty! How much does he cost?
Free?
But I only have $1.
$1.
Can I get change? Thank you. What's your name?
He doesn't have one.
Yes, I do. I'm Little Petey.
I think I'll call you Snowball.
I think I'll call you Poo-Poo Head.
What? How rude! Here's your money back.
Now, the monkey seems to have struck a deal with the dog as Dog Man falls to number 9 and the monkey, who was number 9 last week, upgrades itself to number 8. Now, thriller movies are quite common recently, but the monkey, with its unique and spine-chilling, I would like that, the concept especially, seems to be fighting back, securing a spot on the countdown.
A beast not from this earth. Whoever controls it controls life and death. And everyone in between. Smiting the ones who deserved it. The ones who didn't.
Everybody dies.
In Slavic mythology, the Kikimara is a spirit that exists in the shadows. To those with darkness in their hearts, she can be vengeful. But to the innocent, she can be a protector. It's up to you to choose.
Welcome to the Continental. Checking in.
I'm looking for the tribe with this mark.
Needing to know is what got us banished from the Garden of Eden. Are you prepared to be cast out again, Eve?
Yes. I'd like to go hunting.
Will this be a large or small game hunt?
Large.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
Cool.
There's a declaration of war if she's not called off.
Perhaps I can send someone to solve the problem.
The Baba Yaga. Leave the wolf to its prey.
She sent you here to kill me?
Or you can leave.
I'm not leaving.
Your choice.
This is your fate. And you cannot change it.
Rules.
And consequences.
From the world of John Wick, Ballerina. Now it follows a young female assassin played by Ana de Armas who is out for revenge against those who killed her family. Now that's what always happens in the John Wick universe, right? You kill someone and then you seek revenge. Now the relation to the John Wick universe is that this story is set between the events of John Wick chapter 3 and chapter 4. Now moving to the interesting question, will we see John Wick's cast in this as well? Now clear hints are not out yet, but it seems like Reeves is expected to reprise his role as John Wick in a certain capacity. Now Ian McShane will return as Winston, who is the manager of the Continental. Now how will this plot, cast and whatnot connect itself to the John Wick series? Well, patience it is. At number 7 this week, we've got the Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. From number 5 to number 7, it seems like it has taken a small hit. Now, if you were able to catch on this one, you might have seen that the old look and feel of the original Looney Tunes production is well preserved. Now, this fact can bring mixed reception, but however, it's on its second week at the top box office, it has come down to the 7th spot, and with this sign, it seems like its lifespan here will be quite short. We have a new entrant at number 6 this week, The Alto Knights. Now, this is a biographical crime drama running back to the 1950s. Now, the story is about a power struggle between two mob bosses, highlighting their transition from close friends to bitter rivals within New York City's organized crime scene. Well, seems exciting, and the fact that it's something that occurred during the 1950s makes it more engaging if you like that atmosphere. A small nugget is that the movie experienced multiple delays, initially planned for February last year, then moved to November, before finally premiering this month.
We're going down a very dangerous road. You know that. And we ain't been down dangerous roads before. All of a sudden, we can't go down dangerous roads.
This is a road that I'm not going down because you're going to take us all down. This is not the way. You know, it's just a matter of time you're going to get pinched.
But don't forget, you're a racketeer. You're a gangster. Come on. All of a sudden, you want to be half in, half out, half a racketeer. You can't have it both ways. You're either in or you're out. And whether you're half in or half out, that don't mean you ain't going to get caught the same way I could get caught or I could go down. It's the same thing. Come on, don't be naive. We don't control this. Somebody else does it.
This is a death sentence. It's a big, big mistake.
Look, you do what you want. You want to be a diplomat, that's your business. Me? I'm a gangster. I'm a racketeer. That's it. That's it. That's the life.
That was quite a rundown, but there's still more to come. Stick around, we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to Showbiz Tonight. Now, Alto Knights was a new entrant to our rundown this week, and anyone else? Definitely Snow White is up there somewhere, so that makes two newbies. Now, comparing with last week's spots at the bottom, it's obvious that Last Breath and Paddington in Peru has made its way out, and Last Breath, of course, didn't perform quite well. It started off at number 2, then to number 3, and suddenly number 10. However, Paddington in Peru performed decently, surviving for around 5 weeks, I think. And with all that, curiosity is now building up for those remaining 5 spots. Who claims those spots at the top? At number 5, we have Mickey's 17. This movie is starting to climb down slowly, and it's not creating much drama though. Now, from number 3 last week to number 5, not all feedback has been positive. Now, some critics have described this film as bloated, long and self-indulgent, suggesting it may test viewers' patience. Now, I would agree with that because sometimes it feels like going in circles. Last week's champ Novocaine seems to take a small hit, falling to number 4 this week. Doesn't matter, right? Because I hope it doesn't hurt. Where the movie is about a guy who doesn't feel pain no matter how many bruises he gets. So I hope the same goes with the movie regardless of how many spots it comes down to. Now overall, Novocaine has a unique concept that some people really enjoy, especially if they are into action with a bit of dark humor. But not everyone feels the same way, so if you are thinking of watching it, just know that opinions are pretty mixed.
What's your deal?
My deal? I'm just a regular guy with a regular job, but I've got this condition where I don't feel pain.
You're a superhero.
No.
Can you feel this?
Last night was amazing.
Get on the ground! We need a hostage.
Oh my God, what am I doing? I just want to know where Sherry is. So those are definitely 3rd degree, so you're gonna want to run it under some cool water. Hey man, you okay?
You shot a foot to the left, I'll be dead.
I wanted you dead, you'd be dead.
From the director of The Beekeeper.
A 19-year-old girl was kidnapped.
She a good kid?
She's a great kid. She's like family to me.
Get my back if I ever need it.
This is human trafficking. I'm gonna find her.
You better go full on.
Time to get to work. She's hunting us.
I'm gonna cut your heart out.
Good luck.
Jason Statham.
Oh, that is not good.
Do you know who we are? People whose mommy dresses them funny.
Look at those bricks. You're a working man.
That's right. Let's play. A working man.
A Working Man, the latest action thriller featuring Jason Statham as a former black soap operative turned construction worker, premiered in theaters yesterday. Now the early audience reactions are mixed. Some viewers appreciate the film's intense action sequence, while others feel the plot lacks a bit depth. Now critics have yet released comprehensive reviews, so the overall reception remains uncertain. Box office performance data is not yet available, but by next week, where will it enter? Not sure about sealing the crown, but I feel number 2 would be a good bet. Well, Marvel doesn't back off that easily, and I was disappointed about Captain America securing the 4th spot last week. But bringing a bit of joy to its fans, it bounces back to number 3. It has now passed the $400 million global box office revenue as well, but then there were Marvel movies who performed way better after 6 weeks of release. Well, nothing new to add, and the same old controversy and criticism of this remains that it is. But as a hardcore Marvel fan, it's nice to see this movie hanging on to the top amidst everything that's going through.
I come to set every day with a smile on my face because we're making Captain America. And being handed the shield, it just means a lot to me. It's personal.
He has made that decision to become unabashedly Captain America.
Sir! Hey, he stays.
And Harrison Ford playing President Ross is one of the many pinch yourself moments.
I had seen actors in the Marvel movies have a really good time. And I thought, well, maybe I ought to get me some of that.
Harrison was cool, and he was great. And it was really interesting to see him sculpting a character in a world this big. I couldn't put a price on that lesson.
You may be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers.
You're right. I'm not.
Captain America. You ever ask yourself, who's playing who?
audiences are going to really appreciate bringing it back to old school Marvel. And I'm excited for people to see that.
So many surprises left.
You want me? Come and get me!
Well, debuting as last week's runner-up, Black Bag holds steady for the second run. Now, no doubt as to why, because like I mentioned last week, the movie is definitely a great addition to the world of spy movies, now especially with the plot and mystery in it. The cast looks amazing, and within just 2 weeks since release, it has also sparked discussions about its potential for a sequel. Now, the film debuted with $2.78 million on its opening day, leading to an estimated $7.5 million over the weekend.
You are one naughty husband, George.
You asked how it works. To be with someone in this business, this is how. You each know what you know, and you know what you'll do, and you never discuss certain things again. I watch her, I assume she watches me. If she's in trouble, even of her own making, I will do everything in my power to extricate her. No matter what that means. You understand?
My God, that's so hot.
Yes, I think you guessed it right. Disney's Snow White climbs right to the top on its debut week amidst all the ongoing drama. Now, Disney's live-action adaptation made its way to the theatres on the 21st of March, if I remember, but it's been surrounded by controversy and underwhelming box office numbers. Now, there's a lot of drama and some juicy backstories, I think, taking center stage more than the actual production, but that's why we have Showbiz Extra. You can catch all that in detail there. Now, the film has earned about $87 million globally, with $43 million coming from the United States theatres, and the interesting part is, this is way below Disney's expectations.
I can't let the Queen's Guard find this place.
I'm coming with you.
No, it's too dangerous. You're the one they're looking for. I'll be back in 2 days. And together, we'll go to the Southern Kingdom and we'll find your father.
Here. He gave this to me. Take it for luck.
I can't accept this.
I'm not giving it to you. Just giving you reason to return.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's edition of Showbiz tonight. Now, we've covered the highlights, the buzz, and everything in between. Now, don't forget, the excitement continues with Showbiz Extra coming up next, bringing you all the latest hot takes and behind-the-scene gossips from the world of entertainment. Then, until next time, I'm Vinod Parmasuri wishing you an awesome weekend. Have a great night.
Be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car, I got a job that pays all our bills. We stay out drinking late at the bar, see more of your friends than you do your kids. I'd always hope for better, thought maybe together you and me'd find it. I got no plans, I ain't going nowhere. Take your fast car and keep on driving. So I remember we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can fly away? Still gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way.